I am the judge, the prosecutor, and the witness in this case.
Hey, Miss Costello, don't talk to her. Miss Flores, don't talk to her. You talk to me.
Okay,
and
Your Honor.
in here, you're not the judge of anything.
I'm sorry.
That's just me.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, where real couples deal with real life. When Gabrielle and Joseph met through a mutual friend, love bloomed quickly. But now, after a 4-year marriage and 3 children, he calls her money hungry, she calls him irresponsible, and the bloom on this marriage has wilted.
He has money, he goes and blows it on anything and everything. His pill habit, for one. He'll go and buy pills over paying electric bill.
It's always about money with her. Money this, money that, texting me, blowing up my phone, wanting her child support money.
Gabrielle's patience with Joseph's bad habits has run out. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Gabrielle Costello and Joseph Costello. Mr. and Mrs. Costello, you two have been married for 4 years and you have 3 children together. You do not want to be married anymore, and you have come here to divorce court for me to resolve some financial situations that have arisen, and I will take care of that momentarily. Before I do, I would also like to say hello to Felicia Flores. She is in this courtroom today. She is a witness for Mr. Costello, and I will be hearing from you soon as well. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about the marriage. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Costello. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Your Honor, like you said, I've been married to Gabrielle for 4 years. It's always about money with her. Money this, money that. For instance, 2 weeks ago, I came down from Tucson to Laughlin, Nevada to see my children for the weekend.
Right.
I went to meet Felicia Flores at the nightclub. It was 10 o'clock at night. And Gabrielle, when she got off work, was texting me, blowing up my phone, wanting her child support money. Okay? She tracked me down to the club, found me. I gave her the $200 she demanded. I didn't really have any much to give her.
Right.
So she kind of popped off with an attitude because I didn't give her any extra. Okay?
So you have a set amount of support that you do pay.
Correct.
And she seeks additional support beyond that, and you do your best to accommodate that, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Is that basically what you're telling me?
Yes.
Ms. Costello, do you want to respond to that?
Well, Your Honor, he says I'm money hungry and everything. I'm not money hungry. It's all the money that he ever gives me is for the children. I ask him to pay bills. He doesn't pay it on time. He's not financially, he cannot support the kids. He cannot support anything. He's not financially stable with the money. He has money. He goes and blows it on anything and everything. His pill habit, for one. He'll go and buy pills over paying electric bill. Our electric got turned off one day.
Now, is this blood pressure medicine that he needs?
No, not his blood pressure. He got in a car accident, which I feel bad for. So he got addicted. He got prescribed pain medication for his back. Well, he got addicted to it, and it became $200, $300, $400 a month that he would spend on extra pain pills for his habit. So, and he calls me money hungry. He's the one that always spent all the money on pain pills. He was never home at night, never home at all during anything.
Do you see Mrs. Flores over there about ready to have a stroke? She's dying. Well, we're going to let her finish, but as she does, you can come forward. Don't speak till I look at you, but come on forward. My question to you is, currently, you two are not living together, correct?
No, ma'am.
You're still married, but you're separated.
We've been separated for 2 years.
And you've made an agreement about, does he pay the amount that he's agreed to pay?
He just recently started paying the child support after almost 2.5 years of being separated.
But, Your Honor, I couldn't find a job.
He couldn't find a job. He didn't put any effort in a job. We lived in Vegas. We moved to Vegas to fix our marriage like he asked, like he wanted to. We left our children in Bullhead for 2.5 months living in our friend's house while he tried to find a job.
Right.
He found a job, but that wasn't good enough for him. He ended up losing that job some way, somehow.
Right.
And the little bit of money that he did get from that job, he went to spend on pain pills.
No, Your Honor.
We were living in a van.
I used to work extra jobs to support my habit.
Right.
My paychecks and...
Your main paycheck went to support your family, and you were a responsible addict, and you went and got the pain pills with extra money. Which, you know, I don't mean to be flip about that, but most people don't do that. And I think that, within the context of wrong,
But yeah, that takes time.
There's a glimmer of admirable in it, and I just want to say that to you. Now, Ms. Flores, over there all hot and bothered, what is it you want to say about this union?
Well,
how do you know them?
First of all, Your Honor, I am the judge, the prosecutor, and the witness in this case.
Hey, Ms. Costello, first, don't talk to her, Ms. Flores, don't talk to her. You talk to me.
Okay,
and
Your
you,
Honor.
in here,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not the judge of anything.
I'm sorry.
That's just me. I want you to start off really cool and answer the question that I asked.
Real cool by saying hi to Joe. Hi, Joe. All right, Your Honor, I am the witness to Miss Gabriella over here.
She's here because she sleeps with my husband.
Ms. Costello, am I talking to you? What is your relationship with this couple?
I am his friend with benefits and more. Because you obviously ain't taking care of what you need to at home.
I ain't taking care of whatever.
Ms. Flores, work with me. You're his friend, you're sleeping with him, right?
That's all she is sleeps with
Ms.
him.
Costello?
And taking care of your kids and you ain't around.
Flores?
Yeah.
Mr. Costello, I don't know how you take it.
They were calling me mommy at the pool.
Oh, really? You have a different subject, Joe.
Ladies. You're gonna come in here and you're gonna act like you got some sense. I don't care what you do out in the world, but in here we're gonna behave ourselves.
When divorce court continues, tempers flare and tears flow.
He hasn't been there. She sure the heck hasn't been there. She just needs to sit down and shut her mouth.
Everyone warned you about marrying your mate. If divorce is the only solution, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Gabrielle Costello, who claims her husband does not support their children financially. But what does Joseph's new girlfriend have to say about that?
But the whole point is she don't spend the child support money on her kids.
What do you see on Mrs. Costello's behalf that you find inappropriate?
All right, Your Honor, let me go give you a story. The story he was talking about him giving the child support, he went and met up with her, gave her $200. Keep in mind, he wasn't supposed to see his children that night. She just came and got the money. The next morning, he went to pick up his kids at 8:30 the way he was supposed to. And she's like, oh, they need shoes, they need shorts. So he went, and she's like, what did you do with child support money you just gave you? Nothing. He went out of his pocket again, spent another $80 on his kids, which is fine, those are his children. But the whole point is she doesn't spend the child support money on her kids.
No, I pay the bills with it and put a
Hang
roof
on,
over
Ms.
their
Costello,
head.
Ms.
Free
Costello,
housing. What bills do you have?
Hang on. Ms. Flores, do you get an accounting of where her money goes? How are you so well informed about the specifics on her spending?
Because Joe tells, because
why
I've been there and I've seen where she lives and I know she works full time. I go by everything Joe tells me.
Stop, Ms. Costello. She's digging a big enough hole all by herself. She doesn't need your help. Go ahead.
She works full time. Joe takes care of his 3 children and a 4th child that he takes care of, that which is her other child, which is beautiful children. He takes care of all of them. Yeah, he wasn't working a couple of years ago because he was sick. He's clean now. He's happy. He's working.
Good for you. Good for you.
He works 6 days a week. He only gets down here once a month to see his children, and when he does, she's calling, she's harassing. She questions the kids. Where are you? Where are you? The poor kids have to lie, Your Honor.
Why are you so upset? What was it about what she said that you
She
found
doesn't
so
anything to any of
distressing?
this. She's just a freaking sex buddy is all she is. He's drilling stories in her head. I raised my kids. I've done the financial support for the last 2.5 years. He hasn't been there. She sure the heck hasn't been there. She just needs to sit down and shut her mouth. Because yes, I do live in government housing. Yes, I do. Maybe if I'm a baby's father that's child support and help support his kids, then I wouldn't be living in government housing. I have to work 2 full-time jobs. I pay $280 a month in babysitting so I can work 2 full-time jobs and pay my bills and everything else. He has helped pay child support babysitting 1 time, and that was $40. Every money that I've got for him is gone on my kids. He had the best marriage in the world. He gave it up for his pain bills and his addiction.
Mr. Costello, do you really believe that she's spending the money that you give her on something other than your kids?
No, I know she's spending on bills and stuff like that, but
Right.
I can only do so much. And to have the kids tell me they need shoes and stuff after the fact that I didn't financially plan that.
Right, right.
But I did
right.
it anyway.
Here's my question. If you don't think she's doing anything inappropriate with the money and that she's struggling, the fact that they, you know, she probably doesn't plan for that either. So, you know, if it's a stressful situation, you both should be equally stressed. Yes?
Yes, I understand.
I
It's just,
But I guess my question is, do you think she's misappropriating the funds, or just simply she can't make ends meet, and when she can't, she comes to you to throw in that extra?
no, I don't think she's, no. I know she needs the money, okay? But it's just the fact that every time I talk to her, it's always about the money. I can't talk about anything else. It's always about the money with the kids. I can't see the kids till I pay them. It's just,
You withholding the kids until he pays the money?
I never once withheld the kids
But
without
she
him
threatens
paying.
to.
I've told it, and I've been threatened numerous times. You don't deserve the kids. You don't do this and that for the kids. Once in a blue moon, I'll go and sit at a bar with my friend. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. It's good to get out and have one-on-one adult time for once without having to go to work. But I can't do that without getting questions. Oh, you're doing this for this person, you're doing that with that person, or you're blowing the money that I give you and you're not buying anything. I just spent almost $900 in school clothes and everything for the kids when I got my tax returns.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn has some strong words for the new woman in Joseph's life.
We got enough instability and chaos in this community as it is. So whomsoever you sleep with got an opinion, please.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court returns with the case of Joseph Costello, who claims his wife Gabrielle is money hungry. But will Judge Lynn order Joseph to pay for Gabrielle's cracked windshield?
A phone went flying and it bounced off the dash and hit my windshield and broke my windshield.
I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna, Ms. Flores, I'm gonna ask you to sit down and let me tell you why. You're just the thing on the side. You have really no input in this. You're instigating, you're churning up, you have no business being angry, you don't have any business caring about that. You have no right here to cause any more frictions than they are. Mr. Costello seems halfway cool, even if he's annoyed.
I vent to her. I mean,
Yeah,
she's the only one I have to talk to.
And you can vent, but you don't get to say anything. You know what I mean? You can listen, but that's not your job. I don't like extra people on the side who would just, I don't like it. You know, people got enough trouble as it is, and oh well, I'm sleeping with him, so I can be angry with the people he don't like. That's just ridiculous. I don't like it. You know, we got enough instability and chaos in this community as it is. So whomsoever you sleep with got an opinion, please. Don't you ever say anything to her about that woman again. If she needs to talk to you, fine. But you have no right, absolutely no right, Mr. Costello, what did you want to say?
Well, Your Honor, she talks about the money and, you know, how I used to always spend on the pills. I'll just back up a little bit. I used to work two jobs.
Right.
And I used to do side jobs on the side. Yes, I was taking pills, but I was trying to give her a better life. I'd upgrade our houses, I'd upgrade our cars.
Upgrade our houses to what we couldn't afford.
Yeah, which is silly.
But she never said anything.
You're absolutely right.
I thought I was
I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Go ahead.
Every year we were
Let
moving.
him finish, Ms. Costello, really.
I thought I was doing better for the family. I thought I was making her happy. All I really cared about was just paying my bills. And then when everything fails, it gets thrown right back on me. It's all my fault, all my fault.
Okay. Ms. Costello,
But she never said anything in the beginning, saying, don't do this, don't do that. She seemed happy about it. I was doing the right thing.
Tell me your response to that.
Always moving. Every year he had us move, no matter what. He would go and find a house and sign off on everything, and then at the end I would do the walkthrough. And I had no choice. My twins are going to be 10 in December. They've lived in two houses for 2 Christmases. That's it. That's how many times I've moved in years for them.
What was all the moving about?
I was just trying to, I
never
thought
stay
I
in
was
one
doing
spot.
right where, you know, we started off in a small house, kind of a dump and everything, but I owned it at first.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then I would just upgrade, and the only reason why it's every year is because it's every tax returns, when we had the extra money.
Mr. Costello, if you could look around your house and in your garage and in your closet and see all your money, you're not doing it right. There should be money stashed away in a bank, in investments. Did you learn that one?
Yes.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn gives Gabrielle a valuable life tool.
I'm gonna give you a book about emotional control. It's a book I wrote about living with people who are mentally ill. I want you to read it. Honest to God, I want you to.
Divorce court returns with the case of Gabrielle and Joseph Costello, who, after 4 years, are removing their marriage from life support.
You know, Mr. Costello, I think you're a nice guy, but I think there's something wrong. I'm not sure what it is, but you had to keep getting better houses. Then you got stuck on those pills. There's something that you're trying to mask or cover up, a basic insecurity. There's something happening up there that you're trying to solve with things that just make it worse. I don't know what it is. I'm not a psychologist, but I do know people.
He has an addictive personality.
You know what I mean? There's one of the gears isn't working right.
I have bipolar. I do have a mental disability.
Oh, well, there you go.
Bipolar and stuff
He
like
has
that.
an addictive personality. He can't. It always has to be one thing. Has to better up. It can't be something
yeah.
good and it has to be better
And
up.
that sounds a little
And he
bipolar-y.
gets addicted to it. He can't stop.
Yeah,
He gets
yeah.
addicted to it, and I've for years gone through this with him, and it's.
But I'm persecuted by her and crucified about it. You know what I mean? It's not my fault.
Yeah, no, bipolar is not your fault, but it is manageable.
Right.
It is
It's manageable by the right medication
And since it's been
and all that
manageable,
kind of
I've
stuff.
been better. You know, I didn't know before.
Right, yeah,
throughout
and
my
it would
marriage.
be better.
But
And,
he
and
wouldn't
once
listen
you
to me.
find out somebody is bipolar, you can't get mad at them about it.
Oh, I know.
What was the final straw, Ms. Costello? What made you decide, after all of these years of separation, you just want to cut the cord completely and legally?
It's my final straw was that he's never home, never paid any attention to me or the kids, or it was always about him and what he wanted to do.
Because I was out working. You know, I was never sleeping around on her. I was never cheating on her.
I caught you.
She caught me one time.
I caught you, and then I caught you at a nightclub with some blonde doing some lap dance on you. I caught you.
My head hurts. Tell me about the $350. Tell me about the $350 you want.
The windshield?
Yeah.
It was an argument. It was an argument we were having in the car, and of course about money again, like always, because that's all we ever fought about. And a phone went flying, and it bounced off the dash and hit my windshield and broke my windshield.
And Your Honor,
A phone went flying.
she threw the phone.
It was my phone.
Method of propulsion.
She didn't break the
What
phone.
was who threw it?
It was supposed to go down into my console, and it bounced up and hit my dash.
So you were the propulsion.
Yes.
Oh, is that the windshield?
Yes, that's my windshield, and it's still like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't throw the phone at it.
Mr. and Mrs. Costello, I'm going to give you a book about emotional control. It's a book I wrote about living with people who are mentally ill, how you don't lose yourself in that process by being in control of your own process. I want you to read it. Honest to God, I want you to. It's called My Mother's Rules. I'm going to give it to you. Please read it. I mean, please. Please. Because if he is bipolar, he is bipolar, and he's not going to change, and you still got to deal with him. And think about what you can control and what you can't control. Grab the living daylights out of what you can control, and it will make what you can't control easier to live with. If you threw the phone, it's not his fault. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
My kids will never call anybody else mom. I'm their mother. Nobody else will ever be their mother. Just like nobody else, they'll never call anybody else dad.
Okay.
And I've already told you this. I'm done. I have nothing else to say. I'm done.
Well, I just wanted to apologize about the housing situation. I'm not trying to be the kids' mom. All right, that was just said. I don't know what the kids were thinking. Probably just because they didn't know my name. I don't know
Because they're
what was
being
going
drilled
on.
in their head by their father and you.
No, he
No, I
doesn't
did
do
not-
that
I
at
did
all
not
to
drill it.
them. He
I'm
does not
done.
do
I'm
that
done.
to them.
I'm done. I'm
They want to have friends. They want to
Shut
be
her
with
up.
the father.
Shut her up.
All right, well, just forget it.
I mean it. Shut her up.
Okay.